Hi, I'm Philip, and in this episode, we unravel one of the 4 pillars that supports your decision in staying or letting go, namely fear. You're not stuck in your relationship, and let's just get it right, you're not confused. You're not trying to figure things out. You're afraid. Afraid to leave, afraid to stay, afraid to lose what you built. Afraid of who you might have to become if you walk away. So instead, you do nothing, and that nothing is costing you more than either decision ever would. So let's define your fear. Let's strip this illusion. Fear doesn't always look like panic. Most of the time, it looks like logic. I just need more time, or you would tell yourself it's not that bad, or what if I regret leaving? That's not clarity, that's fear wearing a suit. Fear's job is simple. It keeps you safe. But it doesn't care if you are fulfilled. It doesn't care if you are living a lie. It only cares that nothing changes. If we go through the types of fear, and we break it down properly, we look at 5 different types of fear. The first one would be fear of being alone. This is the big one. People would rather be in a draining relationship than to sit in a quiet room with themselves, because silence forces truth. Then there's a fear of starting over. New routines, new identity, new life. That's not exciting when you're already exhausted. It's actually terrifying. The fear of hurting someone, so you stay and slowly hurt both of you anyways, just over a longer period of time. The fear of being wrong is, what if I leave and realize they were the best that I could ever get? That's the trap. That thought traps people for years. And then there's the fear of your identity shifting. Now it's not just a breakup, it's your entire life structure that is changing. Family, beliefs, how people see you, so you delay. Not because you don't know, but because you do. See how fear keeps you stuck? Here's what fear does. It puts you in a loop. You feel something is wrong, so you think about leaving. Then fear shows up. You justify the staying. You feel temporary relief. Then the discomfort comes back even stronger. That's the cycle. And every time you go around it, you lose more of yourself and you lose a bit more self-respect. Because deep down, you know that you are not being honest with yourself. Let's look at the brutal truth of fear. There is no fearless option. Just make peace with it. Staying is scary, and leaving is scary. So stop asking, how do I get rid of fear? You don't. That's the wrong question. The real question is, which fear leads to a better life? The fear of being alone? Or the fear of wasting years in something that's already broken? The fear of change? Or the fear of becoming someone who settles? Because one of those fears builds you. The other slowly erodes you. So in order for this to work, let's reframe our fear. Fear is not your enemy. It's a signal. It's a simple signal, but it's not a command. You don't wait for fear to disappear before you act. You act while it is there. Because clarity doesn't come before the decision. It comes after you stop lying to yourself. There's a well-established psychological principle. People fear losing what they have more than they value gaining something better. Which means even if your relationship is draining you, leaving feels worse than staying. Not because it is worse, but because your brain is wired that way. You're not staying because it's good. You're staying because losing the routine, the person, the history, it feels like a bigger hit than the possibility of something better. Even if something better does include peace, freedom, and honesty. So when you say you're scared to leave, you're not broken, you're just predictable. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do, protecting you from loss. The problem is it can't tell the difference between losing something valuable and losing something that's already costing you. So now you know this isn't confusion. It's simply loss aversion. The question is, are you going to let your fear of losing something familiar keep you from gaining a life that actually fits you? If you feel stuck right now, if you are stuck, good. That means you're at the point where something has to change. Just don't dress your fear up as patience. Don't call it thinking things through, because now you know it isn't. Call it what it is, and then decide, are you staying because it's right or because you're afraid to let go? If this hits home for you, send us your situation anonymously. Let's break it down properly. If you want to share your situation or be part of a future episode, you can reach out to us on email at clearcutpodcast@zohomail.com. And remember to subscribe and leave your like to help us boost this podcast to the people who need it the most.